a first-year MBA student at the University of Texas at Austin, Houston MBA program. I am specifically enrolled in the Working Professionals MBA program here in Houston. We meet on alternating weekends, beginning on Friday afternoon at 4 and then all day Saturday, and on some occasions on Sunday as well, as was the case this weekend. So I was actually in class the entire weekend. We meet at the UT Nursing School here in the Texas Medical Center. And what's really unique about this program is that the professors who teach the full-time MBA program at the flagship university campus in Austin travel on alternating weekends to teach us, the working professionals, the same material that they teach in the MBA full-time program. Attending class all weekend may not sound appealing to many people, but it actually really works very well for myself and for my family. I have 2 young children. I work full-time along with my husband, and he occasionally travels. So attending a weekend program really allows us to have a pretty normal routine Monday through Friday, with the occasional weekend that I have to step away. As part of my admissions process, I actually took the executive assessment exam. It's very similar to the GMAT, and it's offered by the same parent company as the GMAT, but on a much smaller scale. McCombs began accepting that exam last year, right when I was in the middle of applying. It's my understanding that a growing number of universities are accepting the executive assessment as part of their admissions. So definitely check which universities accept it, and that might be an option for you. In my case, McCombs accepts the executive assessment for professionals who've been at the workforce for at least 8 years, and I definitely qualify for that. So a little background about me. I am an 11-year professional. I graduated from undergrad back in 2008, well over a decade ago. So returning to school to pursue another degree was certainly daunting at first. Immediately after undergrad, I pursued a career in journalism, working behind the scenes as a news producer for local TV stations. After 6 years, I transitioned to a more traditional communications, media relations, public relations role, and that's where I've been ever since. Currently been for the past about 4 years in the legal industry, working for a law firm. And what I hope the MBA program will allow me to do is to once again transition in my career, stay within the same skill set, but switch industries to hopefully the energy industry, which is very, very strong here in Houston. I would also like to perhaps work for a Fortune 100 company. So to give a little more insight about the scheduling for this program, as I mentioned, classes starts at Friday afternoon from 4 to 8. And then Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So the way that works is I'm taking currently 2 courses. One course, for example, will meet Friday afternoon from 4 to 6. And then my second class will meet from 6 to 8. On Saturday, the same 2 courses will alternate on 2-hour blocks. So for example, I'll have class 1 from 8 to 10 in the morning, and then from 10 to 12, I'll have my second course. Then we have a 1-hour lunch. This is also a really nice perk. The university caters lunch for us, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you're already managing a million things, not having to worry about what you're gonna eat or packing lunch, you know, it's a nice perk. So after our 1-hour lunch, from 1 to 3, I have my first class again, the first class for the morning, and then from 3 to 5, the second class. So classes are alternating on a 2-hour block basis. Breaks are in between. The professors certainly allow us to run downstairs, get a cup of coffee, which is so needed, allow us to stretch our legs and socialize with our classmates. So as I mentioned, we occasionally do go to school on Sundays, which was the case this weekend. I didn't attend class. I actually attended a professional development workshop, which is in preparation for our on-campus recruiting, which happens as second-year students. So this was the very first step in that process. And we worked to create and fine-tune a value proposition statement, which is kind of like an elevator speech. So that was very eye-opening and very insightful about how to kind of sell yourself once you're in front of a potential company or potential employer. So this is just a little background of the Working Professionals MBA program offered by McCombs in Houston, which I am so thankful and excited to be a part of. Now I'm gonna show you exactly what I've been up to the last 3 days. So as for the rest of the evening, I will be meeting with my study group classmate Elena. We are going to go over time value of money. We will be having a quiz on that topic tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So we're going to go over some of the concepts that we reviewed today in class, do some problems to make sure we're prepared for that quiz. And then after that, I will be working on my homework. I still have some homework to finish for my financial statement analysis class. So I'll be working to finish that. It's now 9, so I hope to be in bed by midnight. We'll see about that. And then in the morning, I'll be up around 6:30 to get ready and head out to school. Luckily, school is about a mile and a half from the hotel, so not too far. Hey, good morning. It's now Saturday morning. It's about 7:20. I'm about to get started on my second day, which will be a full day of classes. They begin at 8 a.m. and wrap up at 5 p.m. I will have the same 2 classes I had last. So if you made it all the way to the end, thanks so much for tagging along. If you have any questions about heading back to school, about taking the executive assessment, specifically if you're in Houston and you're thinking about going back for an MBA and McCombs sounds like an option for you, please feel free to reach out. I am happy to answer all your questions. I'm happy to host you one day at class. I'm actually a McCombs ambassador, so I get to host students who wish to sit in on our classes and visit our Houston campus. Please feel free to reach out. And thanks to Jen for having this wonderful platform where we can all connect and be able to discuss our goals and aspirations and kind of ride the MBA train together. Thank you, everyone.